For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden video on the channel, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at every piece of information we have about Madden 21. As well, I'm going to give my opinion on each of the pieces of content we've gotten. So far, EA has released a trailer, they've released some information on their website, and they've also released the 3 different versions of the game, which you have the opportunity to purchase. So we're going to take a look at all 3 of those things in today's video. So yeah, if you guys are excited for Madden 21, leave a like on the video down below and let me know what you think about the game so far based on the information we've gotten in the comments section down below. Now, without further ado, let's hop into this trailer right here. I've already watched it a couple of times, but I'm going to give you guys my insights on it. And starting it off, of course, we're in the Raiders Stadium. That brand new stadium is definitely looking nice. As I watch this, I'm not going to be talking about the features as much as I'm going to be talking about how the gameplay looks in general. We'll move on to the features a little bit later in the video when we go onto EA's website. But right off the bat, that run with Lamar Jackson did look pretty fluid. One thing I'm hoping for in this year's game is that we get caught in animations less frequently. It's super annoying when you get caught in an animation because you really lose control of your player, so I'm hoping that happens a little bit less this year. Graphically though, this game does look pretty similar to Madden 20. You can't really expect too many changes though. When it comes to graphics, in my opinion, Madden already looks absolutely beautiful. There's not really that much they can do graphically on the field. Moving into a couple of pass rush moves though right here, there's definitely some new animations I'm seeing when it comes to like Joey Bosa stripping that ball from the quarterback, as well as definitely a couple of faster shedding animations, which is decent in my opinion. Right off the bat here, I'm seeing a gang tackle, which is pretty cool, and a little bit of open field awareness. It looks like they could actually see where the end zone is and make a stop to try and prevent the running back from getting in, or actually reach in if you're on the offensive side of the ball. So that's definitely a good thing in my opinion. We got a SWAT animation right there from Stephon Gilmore, and another one from Denzel Ward. So that's probably a good thing to see if they ended up tweaking the SWATs a little bit, because swerve catching is becoming a thing again this year. So hopefully they can prevent that by increasing the probabilities of getting a good SWAT animation. And that's basically going to do it for the trailer. In my opinion, I honestly thought it was a pretty solid trailer. People were expecting a lot out of this because there was definitely quite a bit of criticism on Twitter. People were saying, oh, this is just Madden 22.0. But I mean, you can't really expect them to tell us that much in this initial trailer. I'm sure we're going to get more information about the game. We actually do have a little bit more as I get further in today's video. But in my opinion, I thought it was a pretty solid trailer. There's not really that many huge changes that you can expect them to make. I hope that they just increase the gameplay or improve the gameplay, sorry. And that looks like it's what they're mainly highlighting in this trailer. As you can see, the main features that they popped up on the screen and the main pieces of content that they had on the screen as well were all gameplay centric, and it looked like there were some changes that were definitely good. As you can see, more awareness on the field from some of your players. The animations looked a little bit more fluid, especially on that Lamar Jackson run. And we also had a couple of other interesting things, such as those SWAT animations, which looked a little bit new, and also that gang tackle, which was pretty cool as well. So in my opinion, I thought this trailer was pretty solid. And next up, let's move on to talk about the features, because this is definitely where it gets much more interesting in my opinion. So I'm on the Madden 21 website right here on the features tab, and as you guys can see, there's a couple listed on offense and defense. There's more as we continue to scroll down, but taking a look at these right off the bat, they're talking about improvements to the skill stick on the offensive side of the ball. You can link clever skill moves that set up amazing gameplay moments, and you can also master new moves like dead legs. Dead legs are definitely super tough to pull off. Side hurdles, spins, jukes, and hurdles to create space. And of course, you can also be innovative with the new ball carry system, which is designed to inspire creativity. So in my opinion, this is probably a good thing. I'm hoping that they take a couple steps forward when it comes to stick work, because stick work is one of the main determinants to see who's a better player when you're in an online game. So placing a bigger importance on that is definitely a good thing, and it's going to ensure that the better player is going to win more often than not, which in my opinion is probably a good thing. It kind of reduces a little bit of fluke as well when the higher skilled player is more likely to win. Now on the defensive side of the ball, there's a few different features they involved. The first one is going to be more skill stick when it comes to being a pass rusher or a user pass rusher, and that's when you're usering the defensive line. Now I know a lot of people are reading that are watching this, and you're like, okay, I user on the linebacker, this doesn't matter to me at all. But in my opinion, I would say that 75% or more of people that are playing Madden are going to be usering on the defensive line. There's a ton of casual people that play the game, so adding more uniqueness to user defensive linemen is definitely a good thing. It just adds more depth to usering on the defensive line, and it's definitely a good thing to ensure that the game doesn't get stale for some of the more casual players. So probably a positive change in my opinion, because they can't just cater to the competitive community and the hardcore people entirely. They still have to do some stuff for people that are more casual. In my opinion, I would say improving the skill stick on offense is more for the hardcore people, and then on defense, improving some pass rush moves for the user is probably a good thing when it comes to casual players. Now, it also said they improved tackling, and that's all I need to see. Tackling was a huge issue this year. Players just would not tackle. They had terrible pursuit angles, so hopefully that is one main thing that they changed on defense, because in my opinion, that was one of the biggest issues in the game. Now, it also says that you have to diversify your play calling to outsmart adaptive AI. So if they actually do this, this could be a huge step in the right direction. This basically means that the AI will continue to learn on defense, kind of like a corner would in real life. Let's say you continue to throw a corner out, which we know everyone hates in Madden. Hopefully the AI can get a little bit smarter and see, okay, they've run the same corner out 10 times in a row. This time I'm going to take a couple of steps back and I'm going to make a play on the ball. If they can do these final two changes on defense, I think this is actually really improve the game. It looks like with the tackling adjustments, it's going to make it a little bit harder to run the ball. And then when it comes to the adaptive AI, that's just going to ensure that hopefully you have more of a real life scheme with different plays rather than just running the same play and the same concept over and over again. So in my opinion, I think these are definitely some positive gameplay changes, and hopefully they can do them properly, and I think they could actually really positively benefit the game in Madden 21. So under the Madden 21 new features, one of the first ones, or actually the first one, is going to be improvements to Face of the Franchise. Now I'm assuming they're adding more depth to this mode. It seems like they're adding depth on both ends, so that's going to be on the preliminary end, where I believe they're going to be adding some stuff where you can play in high school, and it looks like they're also going to be adding some depth once you're in the NFL. As you can see, you're going to push the limits of your legacy, and ideally, I guess, become a Hall of Famer. Now I wish they would implement more resources into franchise mode rather than Face of the Franchise. Franchise mode is so much more fun than Face of the Franchise in my opinion, and unless they make the game like 2K where you can play My Career, which is honestly super fun, the whole storyline there is crazy good, unless they can get to that level, I would rather they just improve franchise mode and make that better. Franchise mode really hasn't been touched in a while, and they have so much potential with that mode to add so much depth to it. Instead, they're adding resources to the Face of the Franchise. Not a huge fan of it in my opinion. I would rather they improve franchise mode. If they're gonna do like an offline type of mode, I would rather they improve franchise mode, but it is what it is. Not really too much we can do about that, and it shouldn't affect us a ton, because I know the majority of people watching my videos are gonna be Madden Ultimate Team players, just like myself, but franchise is still a fun mode to hop into, so again, I wish they used those resources there rather than Face of the Franchise. Now, they also have a little bit about Madden Ultimate Team here. They don't really say much. They kind of just explain what the game mode is, but hopefully, since they haven't been releasing a ton of content into the game this year, they're totally ready to release a ton of content next year. That would be the goal, hopefully, because we've had to take a couple of hits in the past couple of months and haven't really been able to get too many promos. Hopefully, they've been already developing some for next year, and we're able to get some good content right off the bat next year and throughout the entire year, and it's a really good year in MUT. But it looks like those gameplay changes that they're going to be making are pretty solid. So far, not really any huge features, though, that I can see so far on the website. Now, the final tab on the website is that we're going to be getting new Superstar abilities and X Factors. As you can see, there's going to be 50 new Superstar X Factors and X Factor abilities, fresh out of the lab, designed to elevate the stars of a new generation in Madden 21. Now, I honestly think it's a good thing that they're bringing these back. I know a lot of people are hoping that they wouldn't come back. I think they're a good thing for the game. In my opinion, if they can make the X Factor system really good, it could be very beneficial to the game. The fact that they're adding 50 new ones is probably a good thing. I'm happy that they're going to be keeping it fresh. I don't know if that means they're going to be taking out the current ones and replacing them with these. In my opinion, I feel like they're just going to be adding them onto the current ones we have, but hopefully, since the game's been out for a year, EA can take a look at some of the abilities that they have right now and start to tone them down a little bit, so that way each of them can be a little bit more balanced, because there's some abilities that are just totally not worth it and some that are a little bit overpowered. So hopefully in this offseason, they can take a look at all the abilities that they had in the game last year and make sure that all of them are balanced, and they can also test these new 50 abilities and X Factors to ensure that these are also balanced with the current ones that are in the game. If they can make these balanced, this would be absolutely huge for the game. I think X Factors and abilities are an absolute must. They make it so much more interesting, but hopefully, I'm just praying that they can make these balanced. If they can make these balanced, if they can also make the tackling better, and they can make some of the AI better when it comes to zone coverage, as well as make stick work better on offense, I'm honestly really liking these changes. And then since we haven't gotten a ton of content at the end of this year, hopefully that just means we're going to get a ton of content in Madden 21. If they can change those things, I honestly really like the direction direction of where the game's going. They haven't added anything flashy. They haven't added anything crazy into the game. No crazy game mode, which is going to take tons of time to develop. So hopefully that just means they've been able to stick to improving the gameplay and creating tons of content for Madden Ultimate Team. I also hope there's some tweaks done to franchise mode. I hope those are improved because I do honestly like franchise. It is pretty fun to play, but right now it looks like we're going to be getting a very refined product when it comes to gameplay, which is good. That's definitely an improvement, and hopefully they've used all this time and all these resources to be able to create tons of content for Madden Ultimate Team. If those things happen, I'm super stoked for where the game could be next year, and honestly pretty excited. Now let's hop into some of the pre-ordering and how you can get Madden and some of the features that come with pre-ordering, because there's 3 different options when it comes to getting the game. So here are the 3 editions you can get for Madden 21. There's the MVP edition, the Deluxe edition, and then there's of course the regular Madden 21. So for Madden 21, you're basically just getting the game, and you're going to get 5 Madden Ultimate Team Gold Team Fantasy Packs right when you get the game. Now for the Deluxe edition, the improvements you're going to get are you're going to get your choice of a uniform, so that's pretty solid. You're going to get 12 Ultimate Team Gold Team Fantasy Packs, so those aren't crazy good. You're going to get 1 of 32 players from the NFL Team Elite Pack, so that's basically going to allow you to get 1 base elite from whichever team you would like, and it's going to allow you to get 3-day early access to Madden 21, and that's going to be on August 25th. The actual game is dropping on the 28th. Now if you decide to go with the MVP edition, you're also going to earn a Madden Champion Series Ultimate Champion Pack. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be in that. I wouldn't expect it to be too crazy glitchy. You're also going to get 1 large quick sell trading pack, so that is pretty cool. And then most importantly, you're going to get Lamar Jackson's Elite with his power up. So that's basically going to be a power up card for Lamar Jackson, which I would expect to be going for 50,000 coins or more right off the bat in the game. And you're also going to be getting Lamar's base elite. I'm expecting his base elite to be what, maybe an 89, maybe a 90, or actually there aren't 90 base elites, so maybe like an 89, which right when Madden drops, that's going to be selling for like 200,000 coins. So you're going to be getting tons of value with the MVP edition. I'm honestly pretty happy that they have this additional Lamar Jackson power up with Elite. I'm not going to be giving you guys my opinion on which one's the best. If you guys want me to make a video going over that, I most certainly will. But those are basically the extra stuff you get when it comes to buying the game. You can get the base game, the Deluxe edition, or the MVP edition. So that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Judging by the features in the trailer, I'm pretty stoked for the game, and if they can make some of the improvements that I mentioned and just do a good job on what they have on their website, I think Madden 21 could be an absolutely huge year. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think down below, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Don't